Hi guys, welcome to another episode of The Gamer and Me. Last week I discussed about all the various PlayStation Plus games that released in October, and I actually decided to go and play Resident Evil 1, which is still there. I still need to go through the entire game, and it is for me it's massive because you have to keep backtracking all over the place, but it's freaking cool because of the various keys that you keep getting, and you have to keep going. And there's a lot of puzzle solving, and the good old days, really the good old days, remastered. So yeah, for right now, Resident Evil 1 is free on PS Plus. Please go ahead and pick it up soon before they decide to take it off and then release the new games in the month of November. You still got a lot of time. I think, yeah, it's only the 17th or 18th today or something like that. Okay, so we are discussing the games. I'm sorry, not the games, but I'm going to be discussing during this podcast of mine the PlayStation VR or the PlayStation Virtual Reality headset. It released on 13th of October only in Japan and Europe. I think most places in Europe, and but it hasn't released in India. It doesn't really have a release date in India. Sony has been very tight-lipped about it. They've not really said anything much, at least from all the news that I'm reading everywhere. Sony is not really saying much, and that's what's actually a little it's worrying for me because I really wanted to get this before Christmas, and well, you never know, I might just get this for my Christmas gift or something like that. And the whole thing is that I've been waiting a really long time for PSVR because after I played that Resident Evil 7 Biohazard gameplay, I mean, after I played the demo, it's been like crazy because I wanted to experience that level of scare. By the way, I'm like a really huge scaredy cat when it comes to watching movies, but games I can like pull off. I love to play horror games. So yes, where was I? So yeah, I was saying that I was waiting for an India release for the PSVR, but now I'll have to wait a little longer. Hopefully, they'll probably get a few more kinks out of it. So yeah, so currently the PSVR is available for $400 and for $500. There are two sets. The $400 set gives you access to the PSVR, just the PSVR and all the components that it has. Whereas the $500 set, now that set is costly because why it has, firstly, it has, I think, two PlayStation moves bundled with it, as well as the PlayStation 4 camera with it. So that's interesting because I'm guessing there'll be a lot of games. I think most of the games utilize the camera and the move. So without that, I'm guessing I think you have to buy a bundle which would have a PlayStation Move and camera unless you already have it, which I know for a fact that very few people actually have. Very few, which does not include me. I don't have it. But I'm looking forward to buying it and getting to know the PSVR on a more intimate level. So that, yeah, it's going to be fun. Right now, I think there are about 17 games that are out now for the PSVR. I've seen a few games that are like very simple, very nice, and pretty cool. Uh, you guys should actually go and check it out in in the stores if you can, or in on YouTube where you find a lot of videos of the various PSVR games which look excellent. There was one game in particular which I was actually wanting to see and hear about, which was Batman. Batman, they had actually, Rocksteady's actually created a Batman for VR, and that Batman is freaking amazing. I mean, you get to be Batman, literally, hashtag be Batman, literally be Batman in a virtual sense, of course. So yeah, I was looking at that, but a lot of people are actually saying that it's not that cool, and that's what worries me because they're saying that they've got a lot of mechanics of being Batman, correct, but you don't really feel like Batman because I'm guessing it only has detective skills that are used. There's nothing else. You don't really punch people, or maybe you do, but it's like a one-off chance that you punch people in the face, and that's something that would probably give away the whole fun factor of being Batman. But I still look forward to that, and I definitely want to check it out in the coming days. What else do we have? Yeah, so also the PSVR. One of the big things that I actually want to buy the PSVR is because it acts as a second screen. Now, by a second screen, what I mean is that if I'm playing The Witcher and it's not compatible, it doesn't have VR compatibility, I can actually play The Witcher on my PSVR, right? So it just hooks up, it acts as a second screen, and that's something which I really want to do. Because what I really want to do is just relax on my recliner, put on the VR headset, and like freaking go crazy. Of course, not have much of movement, and I'm not really engaging myself with the games as much. But hey, I have my remote, I have my VR, and that's what I want. I mean, that's something that I really want look forward to. I really want to go ahead and play these kind of games on a second screen via the VR. That's something I'm more excited about. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm more excited. Then, of course, you have a lot of other games that are releasing. Another one which I'm really, like I've said before, is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, because the gameplay, the demo is like freaking amazing. And that's something which I really want to see how it evolves over time, and if you even have to use your green herbs and your red herbs and all sorts of other stuff. But that's something which I really look forward to. So that's one thing. And then of course there are a lot of videos about people enjoying themselves on the PSVR, which I think was amazing. If you want to look at them, I think the site's called kotaku.com. You guys can go and check it out there. They have a lot of videos of these guys, different kind of people who are enjoying the VR a lot. And there was one game which I saw this specifically for a split, I think for a split second. It's called Until Dawn. It's another version of Until Dawn. And this guy is playing there, and suddenly it goes dark, and this clown swipes at you, and I'm like, oh my god, I want to go through that. I really want to crap myself, because it's going to be like a really cool experience. I'm going to be sitting in my room with the lights on and my PSVR on, and I'm going to be playing this game. I'm like, oh my god, I just crapped myself. I mean, I don't know why the hell that sounds so good. Probably would be a real mess, but yeah, I'm really looking to playing all these games on the PSVR. So there are also a lot of people who are saying that it the PSVR is less powerful than its counterparts, whether it's in specifications or the games, or I don't know what it is, but yeah, they're saying that it's a little less powerful, like than in comparison to the Oculus Rift, and that it's also costly right now, which I kind of agree with them. Because if I start calculating, I'm horrible at maths here, so like I mentioned, I think I mentioned this before. So if I start calculating, if I start with all the tax and all that stuff, your main PSVR, not the bundle with the move and the camera, that would cost you a pretty penny. It would cost you around 40K, I think, or at least 30K. Now 30K, I'm getting a goddamn PSVR in 32 or 35, 33K, yeah, 33K. I can get myself another PS4, or I can buy my, somebody from the family a PS4. So 30K for a PSVR, that's like a lot. Oh my god, that's a hell of a lot. Of course, I'll still go and buy it. So yeah, that's a hell of a lot. I'll have to save a lot. And then I'm guessing the bundle would cost around 40. So that was what the original price of the PS4 was when it launched in India. So keeping all these things in, let's say, keeping all these things on one plate, the pricing and the components, the games, would I actually go ahead and buy it? I'm guessing I definitely would, because I'd really want to experience something, games that are truly immersive. That's the kind of gameplay which I want to go through. And horror games, oh yeah, that's something that I really, really look forward to, along with the second screen. So, guys, I think that's all the time that I have today. And thank you for tuning in to my podcast once again. This is me, Keith, signing off. Thank you for listening to Gamer and Me. I would be happy to listen to more of your comments. If you have any comments, please share them with me. It's something that I need to learn from, and you guys would definitely help me. Also, if you could share this with your friends, or if you like it, if you could share it on your profile or Twitter or anywhere, it'll really be nice. I'd be grateful. Thank you once again, guys. If you like this video, of course, give it a like, and do subscribe if you like my channel. So thank you, guys, and I'll see you next week.